Hit him with a motherfucker.
Okay, get it all out. Great. Welcome back to your favorite podcast, A Couple Pines Pod.
Oh, yes. That one goes out to all of you.
We're back together. Fuck a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we're still on a Zoom call.
It's not like they're our only recording platform.
Also, just want to say now it's Happy New Year.
That's right.
We didn't say that last episode.
No, we didn't.
But Happy New Year.
2022.
And it's also my dad's birthday, and I called him on
Happy freaking birthday.
On my way here. So if he calls me back while we're doing this, obviously we'll cut it. But
of course.
Yeah. Once again, today's conspiracy is brought to us by the best friend, no offense, Mike, of Couple Pines Pod, Will Crutchfield. He's almost the third host at this point.
At this point, yes.
If he could call in, which he said he wanted to, but he was busy. Well, he might be busy, so I didn't even ask.
Oh, might be?
Well, I was gonna say when we got here, let's text him and see if he wants to hop on, but I left my headphones at home, so that wouldn't have worked.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But
well, I would have no.
Exactly.
Actually, yeah. I have a pair of Beats.
Fuck off. So Will, thanks for the content once again. This conspiracy is wild though. While I was leaving, Olivia was like, I wish you guys were doing it here, because I watched it alone. She was working on work stuff in her office, and I had my AirPods in and I watched the video. Then today, before I came here, while I was doing dishes and cleaning, I was like, I need a refresher. So I put it on again. And Olivia was just standing next to me, just watching it. She was like, this is fucking bonkers.
Dude.
I don't think she said bonkers, but.
No, Bree had the exact same reaction.
Because it's wild. It's almost like the Sherry Shriner video, in the sense of like, how the fuck did such a large group of people convince themselves that this is real? But the difference is there's no Sherry Shriner. It's just a massive group of people being like, oh yeah, that happened to me.
That sounds like my life.
But it's so specific because it's not like alien abductions.
No.
It's not like UFO sightings. It's not like what are some other like mass group conspiracy? I don't know, shit like that. It's not like that because it's so specific, and like you need a backstory,
detailed,
and like there's certain things that you have to hit to make it make sense to these insane fucks.
Yeah, if you don't hit the points on their checklist, you're the one that sounds insane.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess we'll tell them what we're talking about, and then we'll just go from there.
All right. So the video
you have the notes. I'll let you do it. Well, the YouTube channel that Will sent us is
OKI.
Yeah. OKI. Wait, I have it pulled up on my laptop. Shouts out OKI Weird Stories.
Yes, that's it.
I'm pretty sure it's like
very, very interesting page.
It's this dude. He makes YouTube documentaries. Actually, we're going to subscribe.
You,
right
sir,
now.
are a connoisseur.
His videos are fucking hysterical, but they're also really, really, really good.
They're so good.
So the one we're talking about today is how I infiltrated a bizarre conspiracy cult. And the conspiracy cult is called
Super Soldier Talk.
Yeah. Well, that's their YouTube page. Once again, the cult has a YouTube page.
Yes.
So
it sounds
Super Soldier. What?
Super Soldier Talk
is the YouTube page.
Yes.
Run by one of like the more prominent super soldiers of this faction of people, like tens of thousands of people.
Yep. James Rink.
Yeah. Who believe. Go ahead.
Oh, so this is a hard one for me. I can't even get behind this.
Because it doesn't make fucking sense.
No.
It's literally like Dungeons and Dragons with no dungeon master that people live their lives by. Like, it's fucked up. All right, continue.
Okay,
let's stop making analogies.
He stumbles upon James Rink, the creator of the Super Soldier Talk YouTube page. And you guessed it, the guy thinks he's a super soldier. And he's been a super soldier for 330 years.
His backstory is literally Captain America.
330 fucking years.
But his rationalization for that is that in some of the missions he's been on, time moves differently.
I was literally about to say, if
so
you're wondering,
let's say that this faction, it's literally the Captain America plot.
Literally.
According to these people, Mr. Hitler, Adolf,
all the way back,
he who shall not be named. I feel like I have to bleep some of this shit, but he didn't get flagged, so maybe we won't. According to these people, the Nazis abducted, like right before World War II in the late 1930s, abducted a bunch of super people
because they were super into mysticism.
Yeah, who had these abilities and like these genetic defects and made them superhuman.
Made them special.
Yeah, man, special.
Man.
And so then this faction of Nazi discovered like space and time travel, right?
Supposedly, they discovered space.
This is all according to these crazy people. We don't have to say supposedly because none of this is true. But this is what they believe.
Space travel and then began colonizing Mars.
No, they built a fucking base on the dark side of the moon.
That's right.
And then they broke off from the Nazis because they didn't agree with Hitler. Good for them.
Yeah.
And then they started like genetically producing James Rings.
Yep.
And like super soldiers. And then they started colonizing Mars, but they realized that Mars was already taken over by
reptilian, what do they call them? Insectoid, or Anunnaki, or
several races of dangerous aliens, apparently.
Yeah.
And so once they're on Mars, they really start pumping out these Captain Americas to fight, to go on missions to fight all these different races of Mars people.
Yep. No, you're probably.
And then the story kind of ends there. I mean, it doesn't end there, but that's where like the history of this whole thing ends.
You're probably sitting there going,
no one says if they won, no one says if they lost.
It's never confirmed.
These SSP, right? That's what they're calling it. Secret Space Program Super Soldiers. So the SSP whistleblowers are what James Rink and all these other people call themselves.
Yes.
And they all have their own very specific backstory. Some of what got me was some of them are super soldiers, some of them are shapeshifters, some of them are like super brainiac, like smart people. Like it's not just one thing. Like with the Shriner cult, it was one thing. That's why I compared it to Dungeons and Dragons. It's like a create your own adventure cult. It's so fucking weird. All right, continue. Go.
So now after he finds his page, the OKI guy really wants to become a part of this group. But
his whole YouTube page is like a Channel 5 news. Like it's he makes documentaries making fun of absurd shit.
It's basically
but it's 100% real.
Yeah, it's all real, but the way he's doing it,
he's mocking that. Like the other one I watched was about Alex Jones' gay frogs.
Oh,
he has like a 45-minute doc on that, and it's so good because he does legitimate research. But in this video, he decides it'd be worth it to try and infiltrate this group of people.
To get into it. So he tries to contact James, and he emails him, but he won't answer. So he finally finds this site where he does guided meditations. So he can reach back into your super soldier past.
That's what got me and was never answered. And I want to say it now because the whole time I couldn't stop thinking about it is all these people like, yeah, I'm 700 years old. I lived this insane life. I fought on Mars. I did this. I did that. Yet no one says if they won or lost this space war. And also no one says why the fuck they're living some mundane life being a YouTuber on Earth.
Yes. Now I want super soldiers to be real so fucking
I know
bad,
you do.
Dude.
You want to be a cyborg. We know. We got this. That's like the one couple pine spot inside joke is Kollin wants to be a cyborg.
But good Lord, the shit these people spew. So when he finally get to the guided meditation
that he paid $200 for.
Yes. Yeah.
For what, like an hour of this guy's time, I think?
Yeah, the session literally lasted. The session said it was supposed to be 120 minutes. I think he said
Okay,
we went
so
a little
2
over
hours.
that.
2 hours.
Yeah, he said
for
we
200. So $100 an hour for you to rediscover your past.
Mhm.
Yet the session begins with you having to tell him your entire past.
Yeah. So OKI is asked his ET race genetic background,
Yeah.
and his response, because he's done so much research.
The big part was when he bought the thing, James emailed him and was like, "Hey, I'm booked for a month.
That's right.
Can I squeeze you in like a month and a week from now, like 5 weeks from now?"
41
So he
days
has
to prepare.
So he has 41 fucking
40.
days to make up, like study this group of people and make up this absurd backstory that
How
you're
are
gonna
you
tell.
so booked out? Like, I want to know how.
Well, that's what Oki said in the doc. I'm gonna start calling him Oki because I don't think it's OKI. They were calling him something the whole time.
Oki sounds good to me.
I think it is Oki.
So when he asked him that, he goes, "What was it? Reptilian and Anunnaki." And then the best part to me was when he goes, "Do you recall who you were in your past life?"
Dude.
The Black Samurai Yasuke.
Yeah.
And
James is like starstruck. He's like, "No way."
Did you hear him quiet down and go, "I was a gladiator."
Yeah.
I was a gladiator. But also, fun fact for you, the Black Samurai Yasuke, that's a brand new Netflix anime. That's a real dude. That's a real dude. But it's a brand new Netflix anime.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it's such a big name now. How do you not pick up on that? How do you not pick up on any of that?
Because this guy's so fucking invested in being a secret space program super soldier, whistleblower, whatever the fuck he calls himself.
When Oki freezes the videos to him in the backyard playing with his sword.
Dude, that was so funny.
God.
No, that was how the video opened. Once he's like, "Yeah, I was a Black Samurai." He's like, "How do you know?" And then it cuts to him flashing just like a cheap carnival samurai sword.
Right.
And then James goes, "Dope." Like, dude, what?
Oh my God. So as the memory recall begins, James goes, "Tell me what you see behind the door of your mind." You remember his response?
Yes. Which had me fucking dying. He said it, and then I was like, "Oh, he blew it." And then James eats that shit up. So what did he see?
Oki goes, "I see Kevin Spacey."
No, Kevin Spacey's clone, who apparently is a huge figure in this conspiracy cult.
Apparently, he's one of the main. So this guy is cloned from Kevin Spacey.
This was also
Kevin Spacey's clone is like the main clone for all clones, apparently.
This was also so recent that Kevin Spacey was already canceled.
Yeah.
So let's just put that out there.
There's no denying if you're level-headed in any way, shape, or form, as soon as that comes out of the other person's mouth, red flag. You gotta call it. So as they keep diving in, Oki then says, "I'm in a gym with what looks like the YouTuber Mr. Beast, the guy that does all the giveaways." To which James, with a straight face, says, "Oh, wow, they must be programming him." All because he's the giveaway guy. James continues with, "They must have looked into his future and seen where he goes, so they're programming him." He doesn't break. He's either the best actor we've seen of our generation, or this guy is so lost in whatever world he thinks he's in. Surprise, JMac's back.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, bro, that fucking the Mr. Beast part I kind of forgot about, but that was so no hesitation, like you were just saying, like, "Yeah, I'm in a room with Kevin Spacey's clone of Mr. Beast," and he's like, "Okay, yeah, well, they must be reprogramming him."
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I've heard a few people mention that he's a main clone that they always see. Huh? So you're telling me multiple people are going somewhere and seeing Kevin Spacey's clone and doing training sessions with a bunch of other people. That's what's happening. After guided meditation,
this was a paid fucking.
This was his intro.
thing.
This was his foot in the door.
So basically, they end this absurd fucking call, this Zoom call, with he likes Oki so much and is so convinced that he is like the greatest secret space program super soldier whistleblower. Say that fucking 5 times fast of all time.
Super soldier whistleblower?
No. Secret space program super soldier whistleblower.
Secret space program super soldier whistleblower.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So Oki convinces like that, not the head though. He's just like a prominent person in the whistleblower community. He likes Oki so much that he's like, yeah, there's a secret space program super soldier whistleblower meeting or convention in Vegas. So Oki gets his other buddy Night Docs, who also does documentaries. I checked out his channel, pretty good. Didn't really get too deep into it because I was rushing here, but him and his buddy fly to Vegas.
2 days notice.
Yeah,
2 days
notice. They fly to Vegas to go to this secret space program super soldier whistleblower convention.
Oh my god!
And it's fucking hysterical. They document the whole fucking thing.
Bro,
it's awesome.
Can I just say, imagine the shit we would be able to get into if we had the funds from our viewers that with a 2 days notice we could buy plane tickets to Vegas,
or from YouTube or Anchor or sponsors.
Bro, if we had that, we'd be sneaking into Bohemian Grove.
Don't know about that.
We would be flying to random places to interview.
I'd be like a mile away piloting a drone behind you, sneaking into Bohemian Grove.
Oh, bro, I'd be going. if
Kollin already has one leg over the fence, he just needs the funding.
If someone's watching this who can get me in there, I will do it. I'll do it for fun.
So they're at this convention, and the first day was just like a welcome. It's like the first day of college. So they get there and they're in this room of whack fucking people. Everyone's dressed like kind of military.
Do you remember the name of the first seminar?
No, but I remember the name of the next 3, and that's what I was getting at.
Dude.
What was the first one?
How to get stronger through genetics.
Yeah. And then that lady was just like,
skip to 1837 in the video if you go to watch it to see exactly what he's talking about. You will either turn it off instantly or possibly pee your pants.
Me and Olivia were in fucking tears. We couldn't believe it.
I was
so
struck.
They go to the how to get stronger through genetics video or fucking part. Then they're like, all right, that's it for day 1. And Oki still hasn't met James because he wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
So then they sign up for like how to bend spoons with your mind. And then in parentheses, bring your own spoon.
Yes.
Then it just cuts to them there and he like voices it over and he's like, yeah, it turns out we just bent the spoons with our hands, which was my favorite part of the entire video. That was hysterical. When it cuts to the person leading it and she's just bending a spoon with her hands. Like, and then it cuts to him with a bent spoon, and on the screen just flashes magic. And then they signed up for did you write down the Jedi one?
How to become a Jedi Master, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that, which no one showed up for.
Not even the instructor.
Yeah. And then finally he goes to like a Q&A thing or something. Where does he meet James?
He meets James at that at the final Q&A.
Yeah.
When they have that board of people up there.
Yeah. And he approaches him afterwards. And then James is like, yeah.
I got 45 minutes.
I remember you. Come to my hotel room. Let's get on YouTube. And then Oki goes and retells a story he trained himself to tell where he's a reptilian fucking whatever and a black samurai and the alien, the space Nazis took his mom and fucking fucked with her genetics, and then she met his dad, and then they abducted his dad, and it was like this whole thing. And at the end of it, he's like, I got so deep into this, I started to believe myself. And that just goes to show why this exists. But
like he said it, the reality you create, you become so engulfed and you believe it's true.
Dude, so fucking absurd though.
I mean, we've talked about it multiple times. They even mentioned the dude Randy Kramer. We've mentioned him a few times. Well, I've mentioned him a few times in Couple Pints One.
When?
In the beginning episodes.
Because I knew the name was familiar, and I was like, I don't know why I know this.
Whenever we would talk about super soldiers or dudes that have fought on Mars, he was always the one because he was from the Gaia videos.
Captain Randy Kramer.
Yep. That Special Force Marine who you...
Oh, he also... Oki shouted out Gaia in his thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was like, it won't be as easy to get my own channel on Gaia, but...
No, you got to be...
I can get on James's fucking YouTube channel.
I mean, James seems like a nice guy.
I don't know. He kind of seems like a douche.
I think you have to be a douche if you think what he thinks.
Also, I just don't like crazy Jameses because it gives us normal Jameses a bad rap.
That is very true.
And a lot of Jameses are very crazy from what I've found.
A lot of Jameses have that crazy sign.
Yeah.
Like they flip that switch and he's just gone.
Pretty much.
Because I think that's what happened to this guy. He was dropped on his head as a kid.
My biggest thing is like
100%.
How do you just... Because like there's no way everyone involved in this, and it's all older people. Like he's like the youngest one in the whole video, and he's got to be older than us. So it's like all of these, like maybe it's a midlife crisis thing, because it's not like they spent their whole lives being like, I was a super soldier, I was a shapeshifter, I was a super thinker for the fucking space Nazis before I was born. Like, imagine just waking up one day and being like, I fought on Mars for the last 75 years. I've been alive for 350 years being trained as Captain America.
You're either coming out of a sheet of acid trip,
but they're all old. Maybe it's the group of people who did too much acid in like the 70s, because that would fit. They're all like our parents' age.
Fit. I mean, that would fit why they all believe Operation Monarch is a part of their world.
Dude, when Oki was like, I was a part of MK Ultra, and James was like, really?
Whoa.
That explains so much. And he's like, I have so many clones and so many variants, but they all have a piece of my consciousness, so I know their memories. And James is like,
really?
And then also at the end of the video, I love how he's like, yeah, at the end of all of this, I think all I learned was I'm so good at acting that I could have made a profession out of just lying to these people and like selling books and making YouTube videos.
He could have cashed out.
But he didn't, which I respect, because his channel's great.
Oh, yeah.
And that goes to show what a great documentarian he is.
Hey, Oki, if you see this because we tagged you the correct way and you stumble upon it, come on the bucket.
Dude, he should zoom in. I'd love to do a part 2 with him.
Bro.
That'd be cool.
I'm
obsessed with this guy, because then even after the video ended, usually we've been eating up murder documentaries, and there's a bunch of great murder documentaries on YouTube. Yeah. But Olivia was like, put on another one. I really like this guy. And I was like, me too. And then we put on Gay Frogs, and it was amazing.
I need to watch that one now.
It opens with him calling, I don't know if it's like the CDC or the state of Florida or whatever, but he's like, yes, so I heard there's stuff in the water that turns the frogs gay. And the lady on the other end just goes, is this a prank call? And he goes, no. And then like he gets into the intro and shit. No. And then it cuts back to the phone call, and he's listing these like scientific studies from like the EPA and all these companies that are involved. And she's like, yes, I've heard of all this. And he like stumps the lady who I assume is with the EPA. Anyway, that's a different video. Maybe we could talk about that when we have Oki on. But
speaking of other videos, do you remember the guy who comes out of nowhere and goes, yeah, so I don't know if any of y'all heard, but at the Travis Scott concert, 800 people were infected with, what was it? Drone mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Drone mosquitoes? Infected with what? What?
Super soldier serum, bro.
Huh? You're telling me mosquitoes are preparing me to fall into such a deep sleep that I think I'm getting sent to Mars?
There's 800 more Captain Americas running around. I keep saying I think that's my favorite part, because there's so many parts where it's just like, you lost me. And I love that you started this off with, I can't even get on board with this, but like, it is literally the plot of the original Captain America movie, but like 10,000 people believe that actually happened to them. And then they fought a war on Mars. And my whole thing is, we've been exploring Mars since before with rovers. There's photo evidence. We've been there since before these people say the war ended. Where's like the ruins of these bases, and where's like Mars doesn't have an atmosphere. The bodies wouldn't disintegrate quickly.
Son, this is the secret space program.
Like,
I'm a super soldier found alien.
I know we haven't explored all of Mars, but at this point we would have found something, a gun.
I'm 330 years old from cryo freezing, time travel, cloning.
It wasn't cryo freezing. He's like, James's whole thing was, I did a bunch of missions where time actually moves slower than it does in your reality. So it's why I look so young, but I'm actually 350 years old.
Yeah. You're not.
How many missions you do, bruh?
What? Ballpark. How many times have you gone? So if there's any super soldiers that watch this video, please.
Which, if you're on top of your shit as you say you are, you probably will.
Come on. Join us.
Be better than the Shriner followers.
Join us.
Jump on. I'll send you a Zoom invite.
And
we'll
that
yell at
invite,
each other.
by the way,
convince us. Honestly, convince us.
Convince us.
Because also at the end of the video, Oki was like, James has cult leader qualities. Like, there was something about him that Oki was like, I could believe in this if I really wanted to.
If I really, really had to, I can dive right on in. Which I want to hear it. I need to hear how it's so believable.
I just want more backstory other than like the personal, well, I did this and I did that. Like, what got you there?
Yes.
What year were you born?
What year were you created in the lab down to your DNA? What year did that? What's your first memory of being born in that pod?
Or just anything outside of literally like, and I've only played 2 or 3 games of D&D, but like outside of the character introduction, like it literally reminds me of like World of Warcraft, but I'm only saying Dungeons and Dragons because it's real life and you're pretending to be something that never happened to you and making up this incredibly elaborate backstory.
Yeah. And just the memory of these people. Because they've been telling the same story, some of them for 30, 40 years.
But that's also what I want to know, especially with like a psych background, is like, why did you wake up 30 or 40 years ago and decide that you're just going to bullshit the rest of your life and make, they're not making that much fucking money.
No.
You can only make so much money off of an annual convention and selling crackhead books to a bunch of fucking crackpots.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, what?
But then people like James and people like what Oki was saying, like the very successful ones, which there's only a handful of, there's like 6 dudes who actually make money off of this.
Uh-huh.
And maybe that lady who yelled into the microphone.
What was the name of that one dude who has the giant seminars and makes bread off of it?
Was it not the captain guy that you?
No, not Randy Kramer.
That I don't remember.
I have to go back to the video. I can't remember it, but apparently there's one guy who makes absolute bank off of it. Those big ass seminars, people pay out the ass just to hear him talk and recall his past. That supposedly still happens to him.
Ooh, your Wi-Fi's down. Sick.
Hey-o, yes, happens every night. I freaking love it. I need to know.
I know. I have so many questions. Like,
trying to think back to what was the
oh shit, he has one about John McAfee 6 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
John McAfee, the full story 4 months ago. It's an hour and 15 minutes long.
Oh, damn. That's in depth.
That's the other thing, how in depth he is. He doesn't have that many videos and they come out months apart. Oh, Oki, that is, not this fucking psychopath.
No, I think that's why people love him so much. When he drops his videos,
Well, it's really good shit. It's not even about the space between the videos. Also, this one we're talking about was 10 days ago. That's how recent this shit is.
that's how on top of it, couple pints pod.
Well,
Will Crutchfield.
Will is now our conspiracy connoisseur.
This guy's going out there, going backpacking across America, finding new conspiracies, putting them in his backpack, and bringing it back to us
And then
whenever he's got
shipping
the
them
chance.
to us via USPS standard mail.
Guy's doing God's work.
Yeah, he is. Well, we've openly stated neither of us believe in that. So what kind of work is he doing?
He's doing the universe's work.
He's doing Poseidon's work.
The sea god.
Shouts out last episode.
Shout out Geekin for mythology.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. This Oki's
Also-
a fucking legend, but this whole thing is just bizarre, as he says.
It really is. But
I really want to know. But also, like, it wasn't like, who was the first one? Was it the captain guy, Robert, whatever his name is? Is that his name? What's his name?
Randy Kramer.
Randy Kramer. I almost said Robert Plant, but that's the fucking guitarist or singer from Led Zeppelin. I think the singer. Randy fucking what?
Kramer.
Kramer.
Yeah.
I almost said Kemper, but that's a serial. I've been watching a lot of serial killer documentaries. Like, was he the first one? Did he start saying this crazy? Like, where I need to know who was the first fucking person who woke up one day, because like I said, this wasn't their childhood aspiration or their, like, what happened to you? Did you trip too hard? Did you get punched in the head too hard? Did you get hit by a car or a bus or a train, or did you fall out of a plane with no parachute?
Here we go.
Did you get diddled? Like, what was the, as Dali would say, that just broke the, where does it come? Like,
What if we're all wrong about it and some old video of a retired CIA agents out there floating
fuck the
around?
CIA. I don't fucking trust the CIA.
But what if there's a video of an ex or a retired CIA agent going, yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know that super soldiers are real and the secret space program and all that is actually, we weren't lying about that.
Okay, then once again, I'd be like, where's the proof? Just show me proof. That's all I'm asking.
But what if that's the video they're all clinging onto and sucking the tit on so hard?
Maybe.
And it wasn't a kick to the head by a horse.
That's
It was that video. And they took it so literal that now everything else is just a haze. And the only true clear thing they see is I was fighting insectoids on Mars, man. You haven't seen the shit I've seen, man.
Here, man.
I got launched through a time portal to Mars from the moon. You haven't seen what I've seen, man.
Maybe some of these dudes are like military veterans with just severe PTSD. New theory.
New theory.
That's what I want to know about this, because he uncovered obviously a ton of it, but like, I want to know either who was the first one that started brainwashing these people, or what is this faction of society that wakes up with a broken fucking brain and says, holy shit, I've been alive for 500 years and I'm a shapeshifter. Like, dude, that one guy who was like, yeah, there was a kid that was a turtle, and there was a woman actually. She was an eagle. That was for surveillance. And there's another. I of course was a tiger, and I was for murdering. And there's another guy,
The way they
and
talk.
he was a blue elephant, and he was like he would go in first, and like what?
Why do all of them talk exactly like that when they recall their
But
story?
also, if you're a shapeshifter, fuck that
Fucking
question.
do
If you're a
it.
shapeshifter, why can you only shapeshift into one very specific thing?
That's a
We've seen sci-fi. People who shapeshift can do whatever the fuck they want.
anytime.
Also, why is it all animals?
Yeah.
Isn't that more of a druid? Shouts out World of Warcraft.
Yeah. And why are we fighting vampires
And
zombies
werewolves.
and werewolves?
Yeah, why were zombies such a big part? Why are there so many zombies on
Yeah,
Mars?
and why? Yeah, why are they all off planet? What?
How'd they get there?
What happened?
How'd the vampires, the werewolves, and the zombies get to Mars with the reptilians and the vermiculite or whatever? That's a fucking whoa, that'll get us a strike. Bleeping that out. How did they all get there?
Were they the original crew that we sent that got infected?
No, those were space Nazis.
Were they the space
And got
Nazis?
infected by what? They were the first ones there.
The space Nazis were doing science experiments to make themselves immortal, and they could turn themselves into vampires, and
werewolves, and zombies.
Exactly.
Duh. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Super soldier talk, bro. It all makes sense. You can't deny the facts.
I've been alive for 800 years.
Mission to Mars.
I was abducted in the late 50s, but somehow I've been alive for 800 years.
I remember.
Time moves differently when you're fighting vampires and werewolves. I want to know. I want to have Oki on just to be like, how did you do it with a straight face?
Yes.
Even if I rehearsed for 41 days, I would sit down and just like the realization would hit me of, oh my God, I did it. And I would just cry laughing.
Made sense. When the words
we gotta track down
mouth,
Oki.
If the first words out of my mouth were finally
Twitter, Instagram. Oh, he's a Patreon.
First memory.
That's fun.
First memory for me was being genetically modified down to my DNA before I was even born.
Dude, I'm gonna DM him on Instagram.
How can you say that and not crack a single smile?
What's the thing? He had a crazy straight face in that interview. And at the end of it, he said, like, oh, I've rehearsed it so much, I kind of convinced myself it was true, even though I'm sane enough to know it's not, which I understand to an extent. Like, because when I was in Ren and I rehearsed for months, but I had like 5 months to get into this mindset of this person that I was portraying on a stage for 3 hours for 4 days. Dude had 41 days and he's like, there's one guy who's a turtle. I forgot about that. And I love how that one guy was so militant about it. There's this one young woman and she was an eagle. And that was for surveillance. Like, oh, all right. Whoa. Sorry.
Just so all of you know,
pardon me, sir.
I'm a blue wolf.
Yeah, that's what he was. He was right. A blue something.
I myself was
and it was like the most badass. That's why I said tiger, because I knew it was just like this badass animal that you could tell he was like making up as he was saying it.
Like, I'm sorry, blue wolf.
That's what I said to Olivia. I was like, blue.
What? Huh?
Be like a black wolf. Those are cool.
Yeah, like maybe be a little specific. I was a black wolf with Yellow eyes or green eyes.
Yellow eyes. That's more scary.
Add a
Red
little-
eyes.
There, red eyes.
If I was a shapeshifter, you could do all that.
Exactly. Also, I'm sick of these fuckers interviewing each other saying, I'm interviewing someone with special powers. They're a shapeshifter. That's because I keep bumping the table. And they never ask them to do it.
It's because we're talking shit. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like now that all these people are telling these stories, that's what I mean by proof. Like there's no photo. Like every guy in the military that I've ever met has a picture of them in their battalion or a selfie or something. If you're really a shapeshifter, fucking turn into a blue wolf, bro. If you're this superhuman fucking whatever
right now,
do something. Tell me every number in pi if you've been alive for 800 years and your brain functions on a much higher level. If you're a super soldier, do something super. I don't know. What would a jump high or so? I don't fucking know.
If you take the stand you're talking on right now, and I want you to pick it up with one hand.
This?
No, if like say we were doing an interview and I was doing.
I was like, this weighs 7 pounds.
They say this table.
I've been hitting the gym, bro. This weighs 7 pounds, bro.
Fucking Orange Theory, bro. Orange Fitness.
Don't fuck with me, dude.
Fucking shredder, bro.
I rode 20,000 yards last time I was there.
I'm an Olympic.
I rode,
bro,
20,000 yards.
I'm sitting here shredding the water, bro.
That was only a quarter of the workout.
Quarter. I'm fucking creating waves.
I ran
fish, bro.
I ran up a 12% incline for 45 minutes, bro. Fuck y'all. I'm a super soldier.
This guy's a super soldier.
And then we did all these weights and body and fucking at one point there's ropes from the ceiling that we're like doing shit on. Orange Theory's wild.
Are you sure this wasn't your training to go
could
to
have been,
Mars
dude.
the dark side
I don't
of the
know.
moon?
After all, I have been alive for 762 years.
I was gonna say, been alive for a while.
Time travel's different in Orange Theory.
The universe we're from, it moves a little differently than the one you're all in. So
you wouldn't get it if you tried.
Sorry, super soldier things, you wouldn't get it.
Fucking ridiculous. All right. Should we wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up. Otherwise, we're just going to keep tearing into it and it's going to get worse and worse. And
all right. If you're a super soldier, reach out. If Oki sees this, sorry for saying your name wrong, reach out.
Be on the podcast, please.
James, whatever your name is, feel free to. I'm not going to pay you $200, but you could hop on if you want.
You can hop on ours for free. We won't charge you.
For a therapy session.
That's right.
Let's get your mind right, Jimmy.
Let's see what Couple Pines can do for you.
All right. Anyway, that being said, this has been a Couple Pines pod.
Safe to say,
we're fucking super soldiers, bro.
Yes, drink the Kool-Aid, super soldier style.
That's what it sounds like on Mars.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, PTSD. Oh,
no, they're coming.
The insectoids. No.
The reptilians.